I just don't fix it. This way. It's good. Oh, such good PG dialogue.
Totally barfing.
But
As Mario.
then I went to the 3DS with the Sticker Star, which many people think is the worst in this series, but it's by far not. Yeah, I know about how things work. Gosh, Dad.
But it wasn't Dad that was telling you. Your dad.
Let's tattle. Gotta check. I'm doing the full tattle-log. You can't stop me.
No.
All the tattle-logs have really good dialogue. Yeah, see, look at that. Look at how off that is. It's gross. It upsets me. Anyway, and then I went to 3DS with the Sticker Star. That's like the only super guard I know. Other than like chain chomps, I believe.
Oh, it's different per enemy?
Yeah, it's different per enemy.
Oh, I just figured it was a smaller window.
No.
Like...
every enemy's dodge window is different. So of course it's gonna be different per enemy.
Well, I just figured it was like the midpoint of the dodge window.
Well, yeah. Well, it is like the midpoint of the dodge window, but like different enemies have different like dodging things.
Oh.
And like theirs are just particularly easy to do for me. And then of course
you think somebody like you would be able to do it every time?
You think I know memorize these? No.
I mean,
I used to play where I'd upgrade HP FP badge, HP FP badge ad infinitum, which is not a good strategy. It's just not very good at all. It's not even that fun to play that way. I'll probably get HP up to like 25 and stop upgrading it. But anyway, then there was what's it called? Color Splash for the Wii U. And then there's, of course, Paper Jam for the 3DS, but I consider that a Mario and Luigi game, not a Paper Mario game. Alright, let's go get some first strikes. Let's go! Oh, they're not down here. Okay, never mind then. Whee! Well, guess they'll just be caught there forever.
RIP.
See ya!
Oh, as I teleport
Yeah,
in.
the series as a whole is phenomenal, but the biggest issue with it that fans tend to see is that there are only 2 games in the series to them. There's only Paper Mario and Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. They think the other games aren't Paper Mario
he's dead
games.
even before the battle started.
And in fairness, I would say that Super Paper Mario probably isn't really a Paper Mario game.
I mean, I feel like the battle mechanics are still the same, aren't they?
No, they aren't. Not in the slightest.
What is happening? I don't remember the battle mechanics from that game. Yes, that was my first. I don't remember how the battle mechanics work. I only remember the story part of it-ish. I don't remember and how to move around the world. I don't really remember the battle mechanics.
There weren't battle mechanics. There were no battles.
Were there no battles?
No!
How was it?
You attack people in the world, that's it.
Oh.
How do you not remember that?
I don't remember it.
How?
It just didn't strike me as something that was odd, because, I don't know.
But it being your first Paper Mario game, you would have at least remembered that.
I just didn't remember that.
Alright, now let's get to the last chapter, shall we? I just gotta, I gotta inch our way up here. Nope, didn't get it. Wait, there's a thing you can do.
I know.
You just gotta do it right, just gotta get it right up there. Nope! Timing's off. But the,
What, do you have to jump?
No. It's a very small frame window. Nope. There we go. I don't know, it didn't give it to me. I guess I had to do it from the other side.
RIP.
Yeah. But the, I guess we can start with Super Paper Mario. That was a Punyo. Or a Puni.
Bye-bye.
That is Punyo, I think, though. Approach.
Oh, no.
What was that?
Bow struck first.
I didn't want to kill him instantly.
No.
Because I want to tattle him.
Ugh. To sit through this meaningless dialogue.
Excuse me, this is good stuff. I'm okay with the spinning ones actually, the super guards, but I want to try it too hard. So after trying to get over to the to do that skip, but I guess it doesn't work from that side. But
Nicholas is worried about his health.
Basically, you know.
He's real low, man.
Anyway, the ooh, what a rare find. Well, you're getting murdered. Yeah, Super Paper Mario is the real black sheep in the series. I know Goomba was stylish, but I do it a bit more. It's the real black sheep, as there is no battle in it whatsoever. It keeps some RPG elements, but the entire game is 2D as opposed to 3D. Except for Mario, and let me finish. Except for Mario's mechanic, but like, his special ability that makes the world 3D barely does anything.
I mean, what do you mean? It just like multiplies all the Goombas that are standing in the line, basically, you know?
Oh, whoopsies.
Oh, rip.
I did not think I would actually fall that close to the edge. But yeah, it really doesn't do much ever. Like, other than, like, it's like, oh, there's an obstacle I can't go over. I might as well
yeah, it's just kind of annoying more than anything else.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is it really doesn't work too well, because even areas like, you go 3D, the areas aren't changed, like, at all. It's only just, oh, now it's a bit wider.
Yeah.
Also,
well, and you're viewing it from a different perspective.
Yeah. Also, wait, hold on, this dialogue's great.
Oh, the chest speaks?
You? I'm not exactly confident we can trust this box.
Well, considering that he can hear it.
Multiple legendary heroes. We're obligated to go get. We're obligated to go get this.
We got it already.
No. All right.
It's Toad.
No. Toad, more like Chode. Oh. Did you fall for it? This is one of the great things about this game is the curses, which actually make being paper relevant. I missed some of that dialogue. Please go back. Thank you.
It can be wet and saggy. That's what the curse is.
No, that's a different curse.
Oh, it is a curse, though.
It's paper airplanes.
Oh, that's a great curse. I've seen this one before. What the heck was that for?
It's an optimal way of doing it. I zoned out. Yeah, I know, it's terrible.
People love the paper airplane.
But anyway, Super Paper Mario, yeah, it kept some RPG elements, but it just wasn't that good. And while the story was somewhat interesting, it's like the gameplay was
about beating heart.
I believe that's a room across from us. You're not welcome into our.
Oh, I thought that was part of the game, and I was really concerned.
No, that's
no. They're trying to join the stream, you know, the room next door.
Burst through the wall. Hey, what's up?
Well, that's what they're doing. They're banging on the wall. They're like, please, let us over, guys. We want to be on the stream, too.
But, yeah, the gameplay just is not the same. Though, one of the most bizarre things about Super Paper Mario is that it was weirdly ahead of its time, writing-wise. Like, the humor in it is weirdly relevant to this day. Like, it makes jokes about the internet, and there's this one part that's literally just like a dating sim, and it makes jokes about posting bad reviews on games you haven't played on like message boards and things like that. It's really weird.
What do you mean? I do that all the time. I did that for Devil May Cry 5. Just kidding.
Are you ready for some plot? Anyway, yeah.
Oh jeez, what is this?
Weird how. Gonna show us the way to the 1,000-year door.
It bothers me that it didn't make a perfect circle, or even an octagon. Really.
You're gonna see. You're gonna see why that is.
All right, game over, guys.
Oh, the Thousand-Year Door just disappeared out of existence.
And it's back.
And it's gone.
Oh, actually, it's not.
Actually, it stayed that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weirdly ahead of its time, sort of humor writing-wise, but its gameplay is just so far from the series that it's kind of weird. And also, like, one of its biggest issues is forgettable characters.
What do you mean? That girl, that was, you know, whoever that was. You know what I'm talking about.
Talking about Tippy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I only got that because I knew, like, you couldn't describe her at all.
The paper girl that was, like, really...
Paper girl? Wow.
That was really... She was, like, really, like, skinny. And, like, dark-headed, I think, actually.
She was a butterfly.
No, not that one. Oh, yeah, I guess she was a butterfly. Tippy. She's a butterfly, you're right. Anyway.
You're very bad at this.
It's been a while, man. I really don't remember that game that well. I haven't played it
since the beginning.
I just don't remember that game.
Like, I've literally not replayed it since it came out.
I mean, I haven't either, but I just don't really remember it at all.
It's because you're dumb.
I still own it.
I do too.
Alright, I think that should be... We should stop playing this game, play that one.
No.
Nicholas
Besides, Bowser Carry is just broken in that game. Also, like, the pixels? The pixel, like, partners do not hold a candle to the enemy partners, like, in the first two games. Like, the pixel partners are so boring, like, they have no personality. And of course they threw in,
which is why I've forgotten them all.
And that's why, of course, they threw in motion controls, because they had to, because it's the Wii.
I mean, they can make motion controls good. New Super Mario Bros. Wii had them, great for the shake. Yeah, Mario Kart, great for basically everything.
But regardless,
Mario Galaxy, pretty much used it perfectly.
You used it for the shake.
No, we pointed at the screen too.
Oh wow,
yeah, the shake is great too. The shake was great. I love the shake.
Would you like to try it out?
It was super intuitive and like made sense.
You know, Garrett, you should probably be paying attention to the story.
I am paying attention to the story, actually.
Oh my gosh, I got an audience now. Now my stylish moves that I'm constantly redoing matter.
Oh yeah, why in the world do you have an audience? Oh yeah.
Because it's one of the most important mechanics of this game battle system.
Interesting.
Yeah.
An audience? Really?
Alright, we're gonna do Sweet Treat. This is special. This is a special move, and we're gonna see if they're messed up. Okay, they aren't messed up yet. Oh no, oh no. See, I have to be careful because of the poison shrooms.
Oh.
Oh, dang, that was pretty close to being good. That's about as good as you can hope for an unpracticed, It's like, now it's empty. Do you remember the Star Spirits from Paper Mario 1? Well, they're back. Anyway, yeah, Super Paper Mario, it just does not have the appeal that other games have. And that's why I think it's worse than Sticker Star. And Sticker Star is the most hated game in the series. And I think a lot of that is sort of undeserved. Like, Sticker Star at least kept the 3D aspect and at least had a battle, like a battle mode.
What do you have to say about Paper Jam? You just don't consider it.
I don't consider it a Paper Mario game. I really don't.
But is it more of a Paper Mario game than Super Paper Mario?
I can't really know, because Paper Mario is its own. Super Paper Mario is its own thing. Like the aesthetic of Paper, it's like the aesthetic of Paper Jam is like it's like kind of like throwing Paper Mario aspects into a Mario Luigi game. Well, like Super Paper Mario is throwing Paper Mario aesthetics into a game that probably shouldn't have been a Paper Mario game. And so they're basically on the same level of Paper Mario-ness. Anyway, the Sticker Star, in fairness, it does have some of the weakest writing in the series. Which, yeah, that's kind of understandable. It's a 3DS game. What were you expecting? But what they did is they went from being an RPG puzzler. Oh, wow, they forced you to get that one right. They went from a puzzle RPG, or an RPG with puzzle elements, to a puzzle game with RPG elements.
Oh, you got full crowd, Nicholas.
And so it went from favoring one end to the other, and I think that's what really hurt people, like, made people upset about it. But it was still a legitimately fun game. And I would consider it more of a Paper Mario game because at least the battle mode was similar. Rude. Die. Yeah, you can murder the audience, by the way.
That's hilarious, actually.
Yeah, I know, it's good. But anyway, Sticker Star, like, it at least had the battle mode, and it kept, like, it made reference to the past, and the writing was not the best, but in fairness, it was their first attempt at that style. Color Splash, well, at least had good music, though. And also, I can understand people's frustrations at having these specific items to be bosses. Like, that's understandable. Like, you can go into a boss and just die because you don't have the proper thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it is amusing to think about the fact.
I mean,
that,
it's kind of like that. Yeah.
Please tell me what you're about to say.
No, never mind. Go on.
Garrett's like, I don't know what I'm talking about here.
You don't necessarily die. You just have to leave.
Well, you basically lose by default.
Yeah. I
which
think there are certain things that you can use in fights, like 2 different ones to win.
You can use differing, like, you can use, as long as they have the same sort of style of fighting, they work.
Yeah.
But you still have to use those specific...
Yeah, there were definitely times where I had... But I always just kind of bought up all the things, you know?
Yeah.
Once you had them. Because you did reuse them.
It is kind of amusing to think, though, that in Mario games, that in Paper Mario games, like, there is just some... Like, it's implied that it is just a book in our world, and, like 3D objects are sort of just, like, these all-powerful things because they have an extra dimension. Color Splash is interesting. Mainly because its writing is the best in the series. And as is its music.
Oh, so what makes the 1,000-Year Door better?
It's gameplay.
It's gameplay.
And also,
wait,
its
what's so
writing
different
is really
about it
good.
then?
The fact that you have battles with EXP and actual RPG elements. Oh boy, badges. Oh man,
What do you mean? You didn't like the paint aspect?
Oh my gosh. You let me finish what I'm speaking before you're like, what's wrong with that? Okay, so.
Up to the paint aspect.
Okay, shut it out. Here's the thing. Yeah. Okay, no thanks, I don't need this tutorial. I don't need it, I know how to wear things. Okay. Now we're out of tutorial mode, except for, like, ooh, that's rough.
Oh, the fact that he just squished Mario as he went into the screen?
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's rough. Dude, I don't know, man, this widescreen hack ain't too good.
Perfect. I know, the other ones are actually a lot better. I don't know why.
Yeah, why are we using the bad one?
I didn't know it was bad. It was fine in the, like, 5 minutes that I played.
Yeah, because you played 5 minutes of it.
Well, they said this one was fine. They said there was no other unexpected, things.
Anyway.
Problems.
Oh boy, boss fight. Ooh, die. They love making bloopers bosses in these games.
Dead.
Anyway, Color Splash, its writing and music are the best in the series. That doesn't mean that 1,000-Year Door's writing is bad at all. 1,000-Year Door's writing is very funny and good as well. Its music is the weakest in the series, though. I won't lie about that. But
Color Splash's music is so good.
Well, yeah.
It's too good.
Yeah, Color Splash is, like, the biggest thing holding it back is that it is much like Sticker Star. Like, it's exactly like Sticker Star. It's Sticker Star Plus is basically what it is.
Slimy, nasty.
No, I like that.
I don't quite understand what all the stylish is for.
I'll explain later. Once I'm done talking about Color Splash. So, your dark blue pin. Can we do the two? I'd rather blue. Yeah, that's the biggest problem, is that the fact that it has gameplay like Color Splash is holding it back. Because it would work so much better as a puzzle game than...
Oh, you're jumping every single time.
Oh, cool.
That's unfortunate.
I guess we'll just miss. Guess we'll die. Yeah. not bad if Losing wants it. Yeah, well, like the RPG elements, they would work better if there's a sense of progression. That's one of the biggest issues with Sticker Stars. There was no reason to battle, and there's really no reason to battle in Color Splash as well. Because the paint, ultimately, you're not going to run out. It's so hard to run out.
Just go back to the fountain and fill up.
Not even just go back to the fountain. Like, really, you get in one battle, you get all your paint back. You find a thing, you get all your paint back. It's the amount of paint you can just find.
Yeah, in some battles it does become an issue, but it's not an issue most of the time.
Yeah, it really doesn't. And the fact that you can pre-paint stuff makes it inconsequential. It's also a bit more problematic because, like, I do appreciate how they make sure that every thing card is used at least once. But in doing so, they also make it so that basically you can't use more than one thing to solve a puzzle. Like, all thing cards have to be used, like, in their specific spot, you know?
Yeah. There's no combos of thing cards to beat something, usually.
Well, there's never really...
As in, like, you don't have to use 2 thing cards.
I mean, Sticker Star, yes, you do have to do that occasionally.
Do you?
There are a couple of, like, I think there was, like, a boss fight like that, where you at least had to use 2. Yeah, like, Limmies, I think.
Interesting. You
had to use the disco ball, and then you had to use the, ice pick.
Oh.
And then, Larry with his stake, you had to use, like, well, you did have to use a couple of things. Petal Meadows. This is probably one of the best songs in the game. We're still in tutorial mode, basically, by the way, so there isn't going to be a lot of super interesting stuff.
It's like an hour-long tutorial right here.
That's how RPGs are, and that's probably the biggest flaw with Thousand Year Door, is that it goes tutorial mode real hard for a long time. But yeah, Color Splash, its writing is so good. It makes up for, like, its writing and music make up for the fact that its gameplay is that interesting, because you want to keep playing it to see what people are gonna say. Like, Mario was called a war criminal at one point, and there's so many little touches. Like
if you... games must have been a pain to translate. Because you have to redo all the jokes, basically.
Yeah, that was the thing I always wondered about Color Splash, is whether or not the jokes translate well.
Well,
like,
yeah.
If it was written to be that funny.
I wonder who did the writing first, you know? Or is it just done totally individual one another? Yeah,
that's kind of that's what I wonder, is like, where did they go? There's Luigi. Oh.
Luigi!
You
should join.
They'll give you good stuff if you wait long enough, but I'm not waiting. But yeah, Color Splash's writing and music make up for the fact that, and also, like, I do like solving the puzzles, but oh my god, the humor in that game is hilarious. Like, not even the writing sometimes, just like some of the visual humor, or like, just some of the slapstick. Like the train, like you fixing this railroad, getting this train to go across, and it's just moving, and it's just a thwomp lands on it. That is one of the funniest things ever. It's just so unexpected and hilarious that it just happens. Or like a toad yelling that his wife left him. That's so, and it doing damage, and the fact that you can die by being yelled at by a toad about his wife leaving him. That's hilarious. And also the fact that Mario is called a war criminal is still really funny to me. Like that, it's so funny, some of that dialogue. It's a shame a lot of people didn't experience it because they're just like, oh, it's a Sticker Star 2, which yeah, it was, but oh my god, its writing is so much better. And it really does have the best writing in the series. But that doesn't save it from being only, I think, at most on par with the original Paper Mario. It definitely doesn't beat Thousand Year Door, because Thousand Year Door's gameplay is just so good. What?
Who in the world would have beaten that up that many times on their own?
Actually, I think that's a bit of a reference to the original Paper Mario, where there was one of those where if you walked around it, it would follow you, and it would start dropping stuff, and like, I believe it would play like the star theme. Thanks, Goombella. I don't need your help with puzzles, though. I know all of them, basically. Die. Ooh, that's a lot of them enemies. The original Paper Mario is fantastic. Like, it's really good. And it is one of, like, the only RPGs on the N64. Literally. and it does the category of RPG justice. It's really fun. Like, you get to play as Peach sometimes. Like, the Peach sections are fun, or at least I find them fun. Other people don't, but who cares what they think? You're here to listen to us talk. Yeah, the gameplay is very similar to Thousand Year Doors, though Thousand Year Door I think does it better, especially with the use of the audience and the stylish commands. And Thousand Year Door's badges I think are generally just better. What could it be? 2 points. Then that, like...
Alright, Super Paper Mario right here, guys.
God, don't let me start on Super Paper Mario again. Oh my gosh, geez. Garrett. Garrett, this widescreen is ruining all of the jokes. This is meant to be like a book, but it's being ruined. I think we need to switch to Reggie, it's just not happening.
Reggie time.
Yeah, it's Reggie time.
Like right now.
Let me get the star piece of impulse.
That was hilarious, actually. That honestly made it better.
Alright, Garrett. It's time to Reggie up.
Alright, guys.
Wait, are we gonna have to restart?
No, you can save state, or you can, if there's a save.
We'll save, just save it.